want to add something to what Dr. Bullard is saying about representation. Being the first elected person by Native Gullah Geechees to represent ourselves on the international level and throughout all of the levels of government that Dr. Bullard eloquently just laid out. And that is why it is critical to have people who speak your language and live in that place and space represent you, because the other folks are not going to speak any language other than green and power and position. So you have to have people who are there who represent you. So from the Gullah Geechee Nation, we started our own Gullah Geechee Sustainability Think Tank. We have our own Gullah Geechee Sustainability Plan. Part of it is an Ocean Action Plan. So I've been working in collaboration with Congressman Grivalja and the House Committee on the Ocean-Based Climate Solutions Act and various other things. And so it is critical to actually have the people of the community leading the movement and leading where the money to implement the movement and the plan of the community goes. That way, the building doesn't happen where we don't want it built. What you bring in may not be the menial job. We don't need no more menial jobs that also have negative impacts on our health for multiple generations. We do not want that. What we want is things that will sustain us culturally and in our communities. Hence, why we support the 30 by 30 plan at the international level with the UN SDGs we've been working on, and being part of the Oceans Committee at the United Nations level, and then bringing that information down to home, down to the island level. So it works in all directions, going up and going down. And with the Gullah Geechee Sustainability Think Tank, we also have partners from an array of universities, HBCUs and PWIs, okay? And so we have to all make sure that we have those resources. And sometimes, as we all know here, preaching to the choir, we all know we're not necessarily the ones always in the room when the money is being divvied up. So it's critical to be in those places and spaces. As our Minister of Information always says, if we don't have a place at the table, we're going to be on the menu. And so we have to ensure that the big fish ain't a damn punny leaf fish so much, don't you? And so I always explain, though, a whale is a huge thing. But if a school of piranha go after that whale, they can devour it. And so that's what we have to be now, is this set of piranha that are that intent upon getting what we want for our communities and no longer allowing our communities to be dumping grounds for others who say, well, no, not in my backyard and not in my front yard. But then you want to come to my coast and bring what you brought from elsewhere. And so that's unacceptable. And so we are at a critical and pivotal time right now to do all of the things. I am applauding, I was shouting. I just ain't turned on my mic to amen the preacher, which is Dr. Bullard, today. But I appreciate the sermon, and I'm definitely here to assist the pastors with this work. So we going to keep it going. And as we sing here, work together, children, don't you get weary. The great camp going to meet right here in this your promised land. Yes.
Amen. Amen.